Well, greetings, friends. I'm John Rakowski, and I'm really honored to be chatting with a friend of mine, Sara Im. Hello, Sara. How are you?
Very good. How are you, John?
I'm very excited to learn about your story, and tell us about your upbringing. I'm assuming, I think you're from Cambodia, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So go ahead. Tell us about Cambodia and how you ended up being here in Florida.
Yeah. I grew up in a countryside in Cambodia as a firstborn child to a farmer's family. My parents are farmers, and as a firstborn child, I feel so loved and secure, and that's a very good memory of my childhood. And my parents appreciate higher education because they don't want to see me becoming a farmer like them. They think that it's hard work and they want me to do better and get higher education, get a better, you know, position somewhere and, make a living differently. So that's what they grew me for. So I buy into that concept that, okay, I will pursue my higher education. That's what I did. As soon as I graduated from high school, I went to college in the capital city.
Wonderful.
So
Just
yeah,
curious, what did you grow on your farm?
well, rice, they the most part is rice.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually lived in Korea for a couple of years, so I'm very familiar with rice paddies and how it all grows and how the community got together and planted the rice. It was very interesting to see. So, well, I applaud you for where you came from and certainly what you are doing now. So tell us a little bit about you and what happened in 1975.
1975, while I was away from my family attending college. 1975 is the year when the communist Khmer Rouge took over Cambodia. Cambodia used to be peaceful and beautiful place, and the world know Cambodia by a, a monument. It's like a castle. It's called Angkor Wat. It's one of the seven wonders of the world.
Mhm.
That's what the world know Cambodia by. But when the communist Khmer Rouge took over, they came in with military takeover. Come into the capital city. Can you believe that?
No, amazing. Must have been a very scary time for everybody in your country.
It is a very scary time. And they took all of us captive as the prisoner of war. They intend to punish us. So that's what they did.
What a
And
story. Sarah, I know that you've got a book that I'm guessing just, shares your story, correct?
yes, yes.
Good. Well, we'll share with our friends that are watching about how to get a copy of that in a little bit later. So what was the hardest thing for you during your captivity?
The harder thing is that the disease, they push us to work so hard and they give us very little food and not enough time to sleep, no time to rest. So that make us sick. And I I contracted several disease
Well,
until
you are a true survivor, and it's amazing. And I'm guessing it's if you have the will to survive, you will. So is that what kept you alive? What kept you from perishing like so many others did?
I believe what kept me alive is my love for my family. I love my family very much. My mom and dad, my brothers, and I'm dreaming about going back home to be reunited with them and live as a loving family one more time. But during that time, nobody hear about anybody. So we were totally disconnected for 4 years. So my thought about being back with them, my love for them, that's I believe that kept me alive because I
Well,
don't want to die.
whatever it was, you congratulations, because you are truly a survivor. So what kind of advice would you give someone today who's going through a hardship?
I would say be hopeful. Never give up hope. That's what I did. I never give up hope. I always think that something might be better. And the hope is very important. The love is the second thing. And the faith, have the strong faith that you will make it. So those are the three most important things.
Yeah, I agree. One of my favorite movies is Shawshank Redemption. And in that movie, the word hope is used a lot. And where, the guy that escaped, he had the hope for a better future. And that's what kept driving him to chisel out of that penitentiary. So again, I congratulate you. So you wrote a book. So why did you write the book? I'm guessing it was very healing for you.
I wrote the book when I think back and I realize that my story can help somebody else who is going through a hard time. So that's the reason I wrote it.
Wonderful. And you're doing some inspirational speaking now, and tell us a little bit about that.
When I speak, I share my story briefly so that they know that I come from a very dark place. Hardship was my experience, but I don't have to stay in a dark place. I come out to light. So I want to share the message of hope that we never give up hope in our life. And if we have that attitude, we will do better. We have optimistic perspective on life, have a winning perspective. That's some of the message that I talk about. I talk about resilience. Resilience is what kept me alive as well, because I never give up.
That's wonderful. So who would benefit from these speeches? Who are you looking for to connect with that may help you get in front of these people who may be going through some hardships, and just to share your story?
I like to connect with people that are in charge of organizing the event. Maybe they plan a retreat, they plan a workshop, conference, corporate events, any type of event. The audience will benefit from my inspirational talk, because right now everybody come out from a very difficult time in the pandemic, and people still need support, need help, need inspiration to move on with their life with optimistic perspective.
And what do you think are some of the benefits for those who do get your book and read it? What would you say their takeaway is going to be?
What I believe people, after they read my story, they know that life have up and downs, have challenge, have difficulty. They will go through trauma. So it's normal in life, but we don't have to give up when hardship hit us, when difficulties strike. I feel like living life is like living in Florida. We have hurricane come through, but hurricane come and go. They don't stay forever. So the problem is the same. Problem come and hit our life, and we will try our very best to overcome it, and we will survive.
Wonderful. And I understand that you have a podcast as well, correct?
Yes, I do.
Good. Tell me about that. Tell me about the podcast, and where can listeners find it and listen?
The podcast is now on audio. It's video. It's on Facebook. It's a Facebook Live podcast, and the name is A Thriving Conversation.
Wonderful.
A Thriving Conversation. It's my co-host, my friend, and myself. We co-host this since the pandemic started.
Wonderful. And talk to us about the book. Where can people get it?
People can find my book on my website. The website is saraim.com. Just my first name and last name, SARAIM.com/book. You will find that book. It's called How I Survived the Killing Fields.
Wow. Well, Sara, you have such a compelling and interesting story. And I've had the pleasure of meeting you a few different times, and I'm just drawn to your kindness and what you're trying to do for the fellow human beings out there. And I applaud you for that. And I'm hoping anybody who's seeing this is going to reach out to Sara. Sara, I will put the links to your information within the email and video so that people can reach out to you. Would you like to close with any last words?
My last word is this: live life with purpose. If you have a purpose in life, you will never give in, because you will survive any circumstance. My purpose when I go through very hard time was my family. I did not live just for myself. I live because I want to be back to my family. So live your life with a purpose that is bigger than yourself, and have hope.
Well, you are inspirational, and I'm so glad to call you friend, and that we took a few minutes today to explain your story, to share with the world out there, and I'm thrilled to do it. So thank you, Sara, again for meeting with me today. And to our friends and colleagues watching this, there'll be information in there for you to reach out to Sara, and I hope you do. I hope you get something out of it. I'm sure you will if you take that next step. So Sara, have a great day. Thank you again for joining me on this quick video. To all out there, thank you, Sara. To all, be well. Have a great day. Peace.